Hello everyone, welcome back to the Betting League. I hope you're having a good look around the site. There's lots of stuff on there for you to read, and there's a lot of guys there putting up selections, and some of them are pretty good and they're free. Unlike me, and they're getting winners. Unlike me, and they're free. Unlike me, so maybe you're better off with them at the minute. Anyway, on to the third day of the York Eva meeting. Yesterday's selection, Casual Guy ran a shocker. I think the sales ring bettings now. I don't think they'll persist with that no more. It runs like there's something wrong with it and they can't sort it out. It's had 3 trainers now, so bound to no one. Ran okay, really. Didn't really look like it were going to win, but the prices. It ran a fair race. So today we've had a bit of rain overnight near where I live, which is near the course. So it got into the ground a little bit, but it's a nice morning now, so it might dry a tiny bit. But I would think that it's going to be a little bit more testing today than it was yesterday. So we've got to bear that in mind when we're looking around. 2 o'clock, nice easy race to start with. Only 20 runners to go into post, so easy race really. Usually horses run out wide don't win here, so over this sort of distance, which helps a bit. We can chuck out half dozen or so that would really need to everything to fall in place. So we'll chuck those out. So Sharayin, form that could win this, but not shown the same sparkle since his seasonal debut. So maybe he's better fresh and not for me today. Likely strong pace. It'll suit that Warloo. It'll help it settle a little bit, which it didn't do last time. So, it could run well, but it still looks vulnerable at the weights. Life and Soul is the Amanda Pettit, second string, I think, on jockey bookings. Pretty consistent, but, struggled to win this. Even though I won this last year, the Fonz, not well, he is one of my favourite horses. I always lay him, but he's been beaten and favourite too many times. And even with Fallon up today, it needs to produce a lifetime best to win this. So again, not for me. Wins as this course, I think, really. Kiama Bay progressed lately, but got a lot of weight for what he's achieved. Wild Dovagal, or whatever you pronounce it, is consistent and could sneak into the money. It wasn't given the best of rides last time by Mr. Pellier, so it could have a chance in the places. Anyway, I've narrowed it down to just 3 runners that I think can win this, but you need to put your hands in your pockets, give it to me, and then you can find out what they are. So you need to be a member to find out what they are. Right, on to 2:30 race, Jim Crack Stakes. It looks a pretty weak renewal, really. Nothing stands out. No obvious stars of the future. Burwaz, I'll be suited by this easy track, but I still think 6 furlongs are going to stretch his stamina. B52 ran well in France last night in a race worth a lot more money than today. But I ain't sure how good the form is. Justinio's form, definitely not good enough to win this on the ratings alone. He needs to find £20, so not for me today at all. And really, the same applies to Sardanapolis, who struggled to win his debut. And we know he'll improve a little bit, but he's to improve £20, which is a lot in one go. So it's maybe he's one to watch later on in the season. Reply, it's another one I would be against. If he wasn't trained by Vincent O'Brien, he would be twice the price. Race looks to lie between Lyle Burnlad and Caspar Netchar. And I would favour the latter, but because he's unproven on the going, I think it's a no bet race for me. The 305, the Strensel Stakes, again, not a race to get heavily involved in, but Bionandete can't win on the form he's shown so far. Penitent as a fighter for the first time, which could bring about a little improvement, but you're guessing, and you don't know what it's going to do. And he looks a second string anyway. Kazahoom, another, needs to find £7 to figure at the business end of this race, so not which hasn't looked likely lately, so not for me. Nationalism looks the one most likely to give his run in and looks pretty solid bet for the place, but I think he'll struggle to win. I've predicted twice now, both times when Green Destiny would get beaten, and I've been right both times. Today, I think he's the type of horse that Fallon rides well and gets on well with, but I just aren't sure if he's good enough to give weight to progressive Duke Scholar. So again, not a betting race for me for those reasons. Nunthorpe Stakes, bit of breath. According to this trainer, will be hampered by the slower ground, so you've got to discount that one, and you have to respect what he says. Masama has been a bit of a revelation in his last couple of races. At 5 years old, he's progressing, and if carrying on with that improvement, he might get in the money, but he won't get things up all his own way up front today, and he'll find it a little bit harder. Prohibit improved last time, and if repeating that, looks solid bet for the place. Hoofit improved enormously this season, over 6 furlongs, and that's the problem. This is going to be harder. I'm not sure he'll be able to lie up with the species in this race, and I might be running on at the finish, but much as I would like to see this hoss, as Mickey would say, winning, I think he'll struggle. 2 year olds have a good record in this race, and I think that Requinetto getting lumps of weight, has the speed, proved on the going, and my banker, which isn't saying much so far, since all my other sections are shocking, but my banker of the meeting so far. 4:15, not a race I have any interest in. Too many runners not having not having run or not having any form, so not for me. Um, Sorry, just having a look for me mouse. Um, if you had to have a bet in the race and interest in the race, Lanarman Lad has got the best form and looks as if the extra furlong would benefit. 4:50, another wide open race, even though there are a few non-runners, which narrows it down slightly. Madam Macy has a long absence to overcome and it will be a major training feat for David O'Meara to bring this filly back. But she does run well fresh. She won in a racecourse debut and a seasonal debut in 2010, so it wouldn't be a major surprise, but because of how good the trainer is. But it's an harder race. She'd have to be really at her peak, and on top of that, I think the soft goings are with her, or the softer goings are with her. Lady Zamora has never run as well on 7 furlongs on turf as if it was never run as if that was going to be her trip on turf. She runs too many races to be considered good ones and bad ones, good ones and bad ones. So it couldn't be a betting proposition for me. Rouget, simply not good enough to win this. Same applies to Jean Galloway. Nothing like putting me head on the block, is there? Cool Mix is the best of the Fahey runners, I think. She's improved a lot for the heavy going last time and was in the right place making the run on that day. So the drying ground and the likely competition for the front won't help. Queen of the Cash will have to struggle to. Sorry, Queen of the Cash will struggle to confirm form with no poppy on these revised terms. I've narrowed it down just to 4 runners that I think the race lies between, but you need to be a member to find out what they are. So put your hand in your pocket, and we'll get a winner. So get in there and look back in tomorrow for this big preview for the big race tomorrow, the E-Bar. See you tomorrow. Cheers.